Donald Trump met privately with fundraisers here in New York as he tries to jumpstart those efforts in a campaign in which he's going to need some big money. And Trump finds himself newly under fire tonight because of money. An investigation by USA Today finding hundreds in business who accuse Trump of not paying everything they were owed, sometimes tying them up in the courts for years. It's raising questions about Trump's history of business tactics. NBC's Hallie Jackson has details for us.
At Harrah's Casino in Trump Plaza Hotel, the original slot machines sat on bases built by the Friels, Philadelphia cabinet makers, who won a contract for the construction in the 80s, but lost more than $80,000 in the process. Paul Friel says they just never got paid in full.
It absolutely was the beginning of the end. 5
years after finishing the work, the family business out of business.
It hurt right up until the end when my father died 9 years ago. He talked about it a lot. He was not proud to have been involved with Donald Trump.
Donald Trump often points to his business skills as proof he can make America great again. But a new analysis of those business dealings shows Friel's not alone. A USA Today Network special report discovering at least 60 lawsuits, plus hundreds of other liens and judgments over the last 3 decades from people who say Trump and his businesses stiffed them. Not just some of Trump's own lawyers, but a dishwasher, a plumber, waiters and bartenders. Lots of who you might call little guys. People like Michael Deal. Back in the 80s, he delivered to Trump Taj Mahal $100,000 worth of grand pianos. But he says he only received $70,000 when the company refused to pay all of what it owed him.
Anybody running a small business, okay, as an independent business person, that's a lot of money. It hurt. It was hard to get over.
The candidate and his daughter argued to USA Today it's unfair to point to these instances of unpaid bills, that it's blown out of proportion, paling in comparison to the thousands of checks Trump companies cut each month.
I have a great history of paying my bills on time. But you're right, if somebody does a poor job, I'm not the quickest pay. But if they do a good job, I pay them quickly.
But for Paul Friel, the kicker, he says even after the Trump organization told his dad he did inferior work, they offered more of it if Friel would settle for what he'd already been paid.
If my father's work was really inferior, then why would the Trump organization want him to work for the Trump organization in the future?
Late tonight, the campaign directed NBC News to statements made by the Trumps. Ivanka insisting it would be irresponsible for her father to pay contractors for work he didn't like. Trump himself arguing that's the kind of attitude the country should have. Lester?
Hallie Jackson here in New York tonight. Thank you.